This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Good.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, Stanley. I'm Stanley? Oh my God, Stanley, you're standing up. Okay, so we have an empty office. Let's go, Stanley. Let's go see what's going on. Why is nobody here?
All of his coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, where's the meeting room? Hello? Where's the meeting room? It is a pretty boring work environment, I have to say. How do I find the meeting room? Is there like a map somewhere? Meeting room. Let's just follow. Oh my God,
when
everything's the
Stanley
same.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait a minute. Are they tricking me? I do have a choice. I can go through the right door. I think at this point, though, we're following orders. I think that's better. Hello? Anybody here? Where are people at? Oh, it's dark in here. Hello?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Huh. I don't think I want to work here. What's this? Everyone is unique. You most of all. Oh, please. I mean, everyone is unique, but not me most of all. Everybody is unique. Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts and slides. Oh, exciting. Great. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the sign. I'm falling asleep. Okay, are there any clues to anything? What's this? Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. There's a whiteboard manager? Rest in peace, France. Okay, he's dead. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Repeat. Oh my God, I can't. What are we doing? We have to get Chris out of the broom closet. Do I need to do that? What's here? What are your dreams? Okay, well, I'm going this way. Chris, are you in here? Chris? Chris, where you at?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Really? Why do you have to decide? I'm gonna look around. You're not my boss.
There was nothing here.
Maybe he is
no
my
choice
boss.
to make, no path to follow. Just
Yeah,
an
I
empty
understand.
closet. No reason to coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
At one point, I am going to obey these orders. Hello, boss? You here? Oh, that's the bathroom. My boss pees in a very fancy bathroom. Hey, you want to go have a look? Can we look at the bathroom? Oh my God! To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Oh, get out of here. Extreme bathrooms. Okay, the sink is pretty gross. That's not pretty. Okay, well, that's nice. We have to go to his office. Hello? Can I just walk in there? Boss, where you at?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Boss?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Yeah.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
You're
But
giving
of
me
course,
the PIN
Stanley
number?
couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Oh my God.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh my God.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh God, I shouldn't have done this. Oh God, this reminds me of that movie American Psycho. Just any man with a suit and a tie like that. It's very scary. Okay, hello? Anybody here? I'm not liking this. Can I? Is that a lift? Can I press it? Oh! Oh! Oh no.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Yes.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Stanley is waking up. He's been in a coma at his job for 20 years. Now he's waking up. What's this? I hope it's not a game with a lot of puzzles, because then I am doomed.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Oh,
Mind
no.
Control Facility.
Mind control? I knew there was something fishy about this workplace. Oh, what do we do? What do we do, guys? Mind control facility or escape? You know what? It might be fun to have our mind controlled by somebody else. You know, let's try that. Hello? I'm here to have fun. Hello?
The lights were
Oh!
in an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
know.
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, we do. We have the strength. That's the whole point of walking in here. We have the strength. Let's find out what's going on. Where are my coworkers? What happened? I'm hooked now. I have to see. Okay, what's this? Can I push anything? Do anything?
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Ooh.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them,
Where am I?
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Wow. Well, that's it. I'm quitting my job. Giving my 2 weeks notice. I'm out of here. go away from McDonald's. I don't care. It's better
This
than this.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Yes,
was this
it
the
would
only
appear
reason he was
so.
happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated
What's
to
this?
accept it blindly?
Alright, why not? Let's just go here, see what happens.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
You
in
raise
someone else's
me
control.
up
Never.
so I
It was
can
unthinkable.
walk on
Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
mountains.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Hello?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Oh my God.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
You
and as
bastard!
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human
How do we
life.
break it?
For he would
Yes.
dismantle the controls once and for all.
That's a good man, Stanley. We have to do something. We have to shut it down. How do we do that? How do we do that, though? Shut down the whole operation. How do I do that? Help me. Help me. Do I have to go through this door? Help me. I mean, I'm not used to thinking for myself. Do I have to go in here? Mind controls idle, awaiting input. System power. Yeah, we need to
And when
disable
at
the
last
power
he
or
found
something.
the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation,
Yes.
to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
We'll do that. Turn it off. Switch it off. Turn it off. Shut down the whole thing. Hello?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Jesus!
He had won. He
Is
had
the game
defeated
over?
the
Is that
machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
All right, Stanley.
Freedom was mere moments away.
I'm proud of you.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
God.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
I don't know.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he
Oh,
had been
I see
seeking,
what you're doing.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
So do
No
I...
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Do I have to
That
make a
was all he
decision?
needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Do I have to make a decision whether I want to solve the mystery or I want to walk free? Okay, we're just walking through. Maybe something else will happen. Hello?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Good man.
And Stanley was happy.
That's all you want. Good man. Now what? Dear God. Are there like, there are probably, I don't know this game, I've heard about it, but I haven't actually played it. So I don't know if there are like, there are probably like a million different endings in this game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I
Stanley
don't know.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This time we're gonna make different choices, guys. See what else happens. I think it's the kind of game you can do a lot of things. Let's just go to the meeting room again. And then maybe...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he entered the one on his right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Right.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well.
He's getting mad with
he
me.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes. Oh, what a nice lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
Yes, I
just
told
to
you
spend a
so.
few moments
Can I have a
here in
soda?
this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yes, it's very beautiful. Stanley doesn't get out much, does he? I mean, if he can stand in this boring lounge room to soak it all in.
Yes, really, really worth it being here.
Yeah,
in the
it
room.
is worth it. Shut up.
Room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Shut
Really
up.
worth it.
I want to have a soda. Wait, is that blood? I can't have a soda. Let's go.
At this point, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did he or did he not? No, I'm going this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We're being taunted. Okay. Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. Good advice. Where are we going? I'm just on an adventure at this point. I want to see what's back here. What's in here? Nothing. Hello? I want to find my coworkers, and I don't think we're going to find them if we follow this guy's advice. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
You do?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I think
I
you are.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who's that?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now,
No!
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's that? Who's she?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Really?
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who? I don't think we can trust this guy. What's up here? Can't come in. Do you think he's trustworthy? And who is she? I don't know who he's talking about. Hello? It's dark in there. I don't want to go. Hello? Ah! Oh no.
That's her, Stanley.
Oh, she's
You
calling
need
me.
to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can
Hello? This is Stanley. Hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Yeah!
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Oh.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Whoa!
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay, I want to come. I'm gonna come have a piece of that bread from the oven. Do you have anything in
This
the oven?
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No, we're dying.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that
Shut
demands
up.
nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of
Yeah,
his
keep
existence.
talking. I'm leaving. Oh, I can't.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Oh my God.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now
You know what?
he's
You
going
know
home.
what?
Now
You need to
he's
shut
coming
up. I'm
back
going to
to work.
slap that
One
pale
might
face
even
of
feel
yours.
sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
I can't go
From
anywhere.
behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
I mean, is this a game supposed to give you depression or something? Because it's working.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Excited him?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either.
Yes!
At last, choice.
Give me the choice.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Oh God, we're preparing dinner. At last something good happens. Are we gonna have a nice meal?
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Can I...
Down one path lay an enormous round room.
Ew, what's
with
that?
monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Hey.
And down another was a game with a baby.
Hey.
And he called it the Stanley Parable.
You promised me I could have dinner.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over.
I don't
wishing
wanna
beyond
do
hope
that.
it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
I don't want to
Surely there's an
repeat
answer
it.
down
I have to
some
pee.
new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press Q to tell your wife you love her. Where is my wife? Is this my wife?
But there is no answer. How
okay.
could there possibly be?
Yeah,
In
well,
reality, all he's
back at my
doing is
desk.
pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm falling asleep. That's it. Press Y to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep. What does my mug say? I hate Mondays? Yeah. I have a feeling that Stanley hates every day, not only Mondays.
And
Let's
I'm
sleep.
trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here,
Could you move
he's
this
slowly
chair?
killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this.
What?
Stanley, the
Yes?
next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Press U to be at work in the morning. You don't control me. I'm not doing it. We'll see who's the boss here.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's
Depressing.
electing to kill himself? How can I get
Well,
him
let
to see
me
what I
out!
see? How can I make him look at himself?
You maniac!
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to
Let
my
me
intended
out!
purpose. The same
Let
as
me
Stanley.
out! He's locked me in
We're
here.
not so different, I suppose. I'll
What time
try
is
once
it?
more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Shut up!
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What? Did we die? Okay, so this time let's follow orders. I guess. Are there any other rooms I can
All
go
of his
into?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want to try every door. They're locked. Anybody here? Hello? Hello? I tell you what, let's go to the meeting room. I don't think we can do anything
Stanley
else.
came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
We're gonna go to the meeting room and see if there's something new we can do. Okay?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Look how boring that looks. Look at Wednesday. IT department. We're broke. Wednesday. Financial panic meeting. Boss's inspection. 8-bird. Merger. So it's not going well, I take it. So what do I have to do? I have to get Chris out of the broom closet, but he's not in there when I go into the broom closet. Chris isn't there. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. My boss is a clown. To do, synergize, core value expenditures. I don't know what that means. I don't understand any of those words. Shift global market, whatever. Monetize free to play. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Chris, you in here now? Chris?
Oh, no, not again. I won't
Chris?
be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going
Chris!
to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
Shut your
Please
face.
take your time.
Sick of listening to you. Shut up. Chris! I need your help. Chris, they're messing with my brain.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, whatever. We're going downstairs. Yeah, deal with it. Now I'm controlling you. Fire hose. There's not about to be a fire, right? What's this? Nothing?
But
Oh, I have a
Stanley
car. I
just
can get
couldn't
out of
do
here.
it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Yeah, so
and in
fire
such a
me, who
competitive
cares?
economy, why had he taken that risk?
Chris!
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Get me
All
a
of my
soda.
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Oh, God.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Oh, no.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Hell.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined imagined himself soaring through space on a magical
We're floating,
starfield,
guys, we're floating.
And it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then
Stanley.
perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Am I going crazy?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Oh my god.
And while he thought it all very odd...
Oh
and
god,
wondered
they're
if this
closing
voice
doors
spoke to
behind
all
me.
people
Oh.
in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it.
Stanley!
He would prove that he was in control.
Wake up!
That this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my
Calm
voice?
down, Stanley.
Who am I?
Oh my god. Stanley!
Everything went black.
What?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
I am
She
so
rose,
confused.
got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the
Oh
sidewalk.
god, is that
And
Stanley?
though she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
You're not
I am
normal.
sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting.
Nobody's
to think
normal.
this,
Just
and in a
FYI,
certain way,
nobody's normal.
Seeing this man made her feel better.
Yeah.
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
She didn't call the police or something? There's a dead guy on the street. Fabulous. We don't like that woman. Can I call somebody, 911 or something, get me out of here? Hello?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yes.
What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
At this point, I don't care what happened to my coworkers. I have to be honest. Hey, you want to go in the broom closet again? Maybe I
When
missed it.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, we have to. I guess we have to. Chris! Chris!
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, we're gonna go to our boss. We're gonna follow orders now. Oh! See? They don't want me going back in the broom closet. They have secrets in there now. Chris, you in there? Knock 3 times if you're in there, Chris. He's not in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Can I take a crap in your fancy bathroom? What's in here? Oh, let's have a look. Hello? waiting room or something? Oh, there's a lift. You want to take the lift? I mean, we have free choice, well, right? Let's go up. Can we go up? Thank you! I have to find my coworkers. I can't follow these orders because that'll get me nowhere. Bye! Oh my god, how high is it taking me? Can I get out? Can I not get out? Oh my god, I think we made a mistake. Could you stop? Oh my god. That was a mistake. It took me absolutely nowhere. Wasting my time. Hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Nice
What
books.
could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
Just give me the stupid
In fact,
number again.
This keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret.
I don't have
phone
any
number,
feet.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Hello? Chris? Chris is my coworker. I have to find Chris. What happens if I go this way? Nothing? There's nothing here? Chris? Chris? Can I go up instead of down? No, I have to go down. Chris? Chris, I'm coming to find you. I'm helping you. What's this?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Stanley chose to escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Stanley turns around and goes the other way to have his mind controlled.
But of
Because
course, Stanley thought
that's
better
better
of it,
than dying.
Realized he simply had too
Or
much
is it?
to live for.
God, Stanley, you're a clever guy, clever guy.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Hello? Chris!
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Creepy place.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Probably, yes. I want to find my co-workers. I don't want to keep going in circles.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
Can I press
he
the buttons?
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
All right. You know what? We're not going to dismantle it. I think we're going to try turning it on instead of off. Is it on now? It probably is on, right? What if I press on? Before, I pressed off before.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yes, I
After
did.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is
That's
that
right.
What you want?
Yes,
Control?
I want control. I want to know what happened to my
I
co-workers.
applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
Yeah, I'm not listening to
If you
you.
want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the
Turn it
event
off,
this
turn it
machine
off, turn it off.
activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators
We're gonna
are set to
explode. We're gonna
eliminating the
explode.
entire
Off,
complex.
off,
How
off.
long until detonation?
Oh
then?
God, I can't turn it off.
Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
2 minutes,
It's
2 minutes.
your time to shine. You are the star.
Oh, God.
It's your story now.
Oh,
Shape
God.
it to your heart's desires.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left
Oh,
to
God,
enjoy
we're
it.
about to blow
Mere
up, guys.
moments
We're gonna
until
blow
the
up.
bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
Oh, God, we're gonna blow
no
up.
time to talk about you.
Oh, God.
About me.
No, don't shut the door, you bastard.
Means I barely know where to start.
Oh God, is this open up here? Is this open?
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yes, tell me.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right.
Oh God, there's a countdown, there's a countdown.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons
Oh
endlessly.
my God, do I
and
have
then
to
dying
press those?
alone.
Do I have to press
Other
01,
times, I let
42,
the office
whatever?
sink to the ground,
I can't
swallowing
before we explode.
everyone
It's about to
inside,
explode.
Or I let it burn to a
Oh
crisp.
God, I'm just pressing random buttons
This
now.
version of events has been
Oh
rather
God,
amusing.
let me.
Watching you try to
Oh
make
God,
sense of
50
everything
seconds.
and take back the control
Bloody
wrested
hell.
away from you.
05,
It's
21.
I almost hate to
Where's
see it
2?
go.
Where's 2?
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the
2.
next go around will be even better. My goodness,
1.
only 34 seconds left.
Oh,
But
dear
I'm
God.
enjoying this so much. You know what? To
Shut
hell with
up.
it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Oh,
right
thank
now.
you. I love you.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
I don't know
Time
what I
doesn't
have to
grow
press
on
here.
trees.
Do I have to press 0521?
Oh dear.
Where's
no,
O?
what's the matter, Stanley?
What's the
Is it that You
zeros?
have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to
No.
be doing right now. Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it on?
Oh dear God.
I mean, look at you, running from button to button, screen to
Shut
screen,
up.
clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door.
Oh, God, we're about to
Everything,
die. We are
anything,
going
something
down
here will
fast.
Save me.
We're
Why
sinking,
would you
guys.
think
We're
that,
sinking.
Stanley?
I don't know what to
That this
press.
video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this
Okay, we're
place
dead.
is?
We might as well stand here when we die.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler
Oh God,
for you.
we're gonna die.
That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Shut
You're
up!
only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. to see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this
I'm just
world,
desperately
that's
pressing
fine.
everything I
But
see.
I'm going to destroy it first.
Jesus!
You can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
No.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
Oh dear God,
30
oh dear
seconds
God,
until
oh
a
dear
big
God,
boom
oh
and
dear
nothing.
God.
No
Oh
ending.
dear God.
Just you being blown to pieces.
Oh dear
Will
God.
you cling desperately to your frail
Can't I
life,
shut it
or
off
will
now,
you let it go
please?
peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or
Ah.
don't. It's all the same.
Off!
All a part of the joke. And
Oh,
believe
dear
me,
God.
I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable
Yeah,
life
'cause you're
from the
a
moment
freak.
you fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Goodbye, Stanley. Rest in peace. Alright, back at the office. Alright. That was
All
a
of his
bad
co-workers
choice.
were gone. What could it mean?
I think we're just
Stanley
gonna follow
decided to go to
commands
the
this
meeting
time,
room.
you know, don't
Perhaps he
stray.
had simply missed a memo.
Let's just do what we're told. I don't want to die.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I don't want to die. How's the broom closet? Is that good?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah, who
Feeling a
cares?
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Dear God.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Boss! Mr. Boss, give me the
The
code.
moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze
I can't
in his
remember.
tracks.
284
Not a
what?
living soul anywhere.
I can't remember.
Could he really be all alone? This was too
God.
much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he
For an
began to
hour?
move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Oh yes,
What
there
could
it is.
mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's
2-4.
future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the
can't remember.
terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically,
remember that.
nearly impossible. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I want to leave. Please. I want to go. Oh, Stanley. Come on, man. We have to do this. We have to...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, I guess, yes. Otherwise, we're gonna... You see what... You want to see what happens if we escape? You think we're truly gonna die?
Although this
Maybe it's not
passageway had
true.
the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I'm gambling now. We are not going to die. I think either way we're probably gonna
The
die.
door behind him was not shut.
Yeah.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No thanks. I want to find my
At
co-workers.
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
That's right.
And willingly confront his death.
I'm not about to die. You're about to die. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm dead. Oh, that can't be good. Hello?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence.
Oh, God!
whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
No.
He doesn't know the real story. Trapped forever in his
Do
narrow
not
vision
squish me
of
like a
what this
hamburger in
world is.
between those.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. But
Can
so
I
he
leave?
resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body.
It was
killing
true.
him instantly.
It was true, guys. But I didn't know. I didn't know, okay?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game.
Oh, cool.
Back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, look at this. This is
When
pretty.
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless.
Oh, it's
making life the
beautiful.
same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. This is nice. Oh, this is my computer. Yeah, I'm in a museum now because I'm dead. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Okay. Filing cabinets. Office computers. Okay. Well, oh, you want to go in here? What's in here? The office. Maintenance room. Okay, well, it's a museum. We're in a museum. That's nice. Not a lot of people here, though. The lounge. Chris! Cargo lift. What's that? Is that a clock? I feel like I'm being watched. Huh. It's not a crowded museum. Oh! Countdown desk. Okay. Monitor room elevator. Exit. Can I exit, please?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
How?
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
Seriously? This is such a strange game.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Oh, Stanley, come on, don't be a baby. What does that mean? Does that mean we have to find a new office? I mean, any of these will do, right? Doesn't matter. Chris! Oh, excuse me. Chris? Can't do anything. Oh! Hello? Oh! Hello?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I'm dead. That's what it means. Hello? Ah! Oh dear God. Straight into the darkness. Hello? Ah! Oh, this isn't good, is it?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
This is so strange.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
All right.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
Wonderful.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
It's so exciting. Let's go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I'm not sure about that, but here we go. I mean, how
Is
it's
it
not
broken?
working.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh,
Here we are.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Oh God, I don't trust that guy. He's evil. You see? He's evil. He's a
I have to
psychopath.
say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if
Shut up.
Okay, let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
We're never going to be friends.
All right.
The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Huh. Seriously? What happens? Do I die if I do it? If it counts down all the way, do you think I die? No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna see what happens. I don't trust anything. Let's see what happens. Hello? Oh, no jumps left. Thank you. That was really fun.
Is that it?
Yes.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable
quiet.
Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
Hello?
I'm ready for whatever it is.
Nice plant. Thank you for enjoying the new
That's
content.
it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
God, let me
I
get
don't
out of
have
here.
Too much anticipation
Let
around
me get
the
out.
content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game? And we'll try
No!
to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
No, don't
Just
make me
you and me
reset
having a
again.
great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Really? Oh no. Hello? Chris!
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Chris, is that you? Chris! Get me out of here! Oh my god. Who's riding me? Okay. Oh. Okay.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Wow. This is cool. Oh, yes!
I call it the Memory Zone.
Oh,
it's where I've been
beautiful.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak
I like
experiences of my
this.
life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, that's nice. Get me out of that ugly building and out here in nature. Oh, look.
You see,
Hey.
Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Very nice. Smile because it happened. Yes. Wonderful. I'm just glad to be out of that horrible building. What's
And over
this?
here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now, a lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh, thank you. Person of the year. Is that me? Is that Stanley? Oh, we're back here? Oh, this is...
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The series room?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this?
Oh
What's
god,
that
don't
here?
kill me.
Oh no, who God, no.
What?
It's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh!
See, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humour and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I'll be right there. This is important that I respond, but... Oh, it's raining. Ew! Can I drive that? I'd like to drive that, please. No? Please let me drive one of these. Why not? I think I'm gonna stay under this roof while it's raining. Hello? Oh my god, the weather.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much...
Please
fluff I
open
cut
this
from the
door.
game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Yeah.
Thank you.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the
Come on,
Stanley
take it easy.
Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Really? We're gonna have
And
a skip
here
button?
it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what
Okay.
the players have been asking for.
I am
And
bored.
I'm...
What?
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full
Oh
of
my
unnecessary
God.
verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute
Wonderful.
I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to
Where
see
do I
what
buy that
cooking
button
wine
in
will say
reality?
about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the
Can I
wording,
change?
perhaps.
Can I go?
To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first
God,
place.
stop!
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been...
I'm sorry, this is something very important, and I have to listen to what he says, so hang on a minute.
aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Oh my
I
god.
don't feel quite certain that there was one here before.
Is there
How
something
else
behind
would we
here?
have gotten into the room in the first place?
Oh,
I don't
no.
think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there?
Shut up!
Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall?
No.
Is there any possibility that
Oh
you
my
could
god, can
say,
you shut up?
Slam your... Stanley!
Yes.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
God, get me out!
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls.
Why can't I walk up the ladder?
And there's no
I can't.
door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you.
I mean, you've
and
said
the
there's
button, and if
no
you're
door for
pressing
50
I
times
have no
now. Could you
idea
stop
what
it?
will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here and... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
Oh God, how many
Goodness.
hours have we been in this
Someone to
room?
talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking, and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as
Oh
always?
God,
Doesn't
how?
that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all.
So
It
what's
isn't even
new?
Close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button.
Oh.
That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening.
Oh.
I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path.
Hello?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're
Oh,
here
it's
again,
dark
look,
now.
you.
It's very dark.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the
Can we
past.
move on,
And when that
please?
feeling had begun to subside,
I mean,
what took
enough
its
of the
place is what I
yapping.
could-
Get me out of here. Oh my God, how do I get out of here? You're not talking to me now? Is that it? You're angry with me now? That's fine, whatever. Please, no more bombs exploding.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a
Jesus Christ.
point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoan, they scream.
Shut
they
up!
gnash their
Can I pick up that clock or something? No? Fine. That's fine. Hello? Can I come out of here? I've been in here for a year, apparently. Something like a year. Feels like it.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the...
Hello? Not sure what I'm supposed to do here, to be honest. What time is it? 5 to 1. Is that important? Is that a door over there? No, it's not a door. Oh, dear God. Oh! What's this? Hello? Oh, daylight. Wonderful. Can I leave now? Can I get out of here? Press the button again, see what happens. I kind of miss him now. Now he's gone quiet. I miss his voice. Can you talk to me? Oh, beautiful. Let's sit here and enjoy that for a bit. Look, it's like a jungle. And bird song. Oh, nice. I mean, if we're trapped in here for eternity, this is not bad. It's not a bad view. It's not. And it's dark. And creepy. And we have, please, no footsteps, please, please. Oh God. Hello? My name is Stanley. Can you let me out of here? Oh God, I can't. Oh, that's it for that. Can I have a door? Oh, get me out of here now. Great. Oh, we're in a desert? That's not good. Walk towards the sun. Walk towards the sun. Hello? I don't know if we're doing the right thing leaving that place, because look how... I mean, we're gonna starve and we're gonna die of thirst. If we just keep walking, aren't we? Aren't we just gonna die like this? But there's nothing inside there. There's no food or drink inside there either, so... It's like I can hear the ocean or something? Oh! I'm dead. Probably dead. Oh, thank God we're back at work. Work doesn't seem so bad now, to be honest.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Is this the same as we've seen before? I hope not. God, I hope not. You think we should just go back to the meeting room? Because I kind of don't want to repeat everything again. I mean, we did see the new content, I guess. Oh, I'm going the wrong way now? Yeah, it's this way. I'm getting all confused. Come on, Stanley. You gotta figure this out. Find your coworkers. Come on, man.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Honestly, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Keypad.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was
God,
once
I
again
keep forgetting that
stunned
damn
to discover
code.
not an
28.
indication of any human life. What could it mean?
4-1?
Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for
2-8.
clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Wasn't
But
it
alas,
2-8 something?
No code. For this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
Of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Just wanted to see if we could go another way.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. We're just gonna do that. We will do that.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Come on, Stanley. You can do this.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the
What
building.
was I? Was I
Stanley's
227?
The lives of so many
Was that my
individuals
office?
reduced to images on a
Or
screen.
247? I can't remember
One of
numbers.
them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
I think this
Stanley
time, I just
decided
want
that
to
this
see again
machine
what happens
would
if we
never
just
again
do
exert
what we're
its
supposed to do.
terrible power over another human life. For he would
I can't remember. I know we did it before. But I can't remember what happens. Hello?
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
So,
And yet, even as the immense door slowly
the last
opened,
time we were
Stanley
here,
reflected on how many
we
puzzles
chose
they
freedom.
lay
We
unsolved.
walked ahead to
Where
freedom.
had his
I think this
co-workers
time we're going
gone?
to try
How
walking
had he
back
been
if we
freed from the
can.
machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
So we can't...
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
I don't think we can
Whatever
walk back.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
We can't walk back?
Stanley stepped through the open door.
So what if I don't want to? What if I want to go back? I can't do that? No, I can't. So we can only walk through here.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Right.
The feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy. I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Stanley is a little, I don't know, boring, is he? Is Stanley boring, guys? Or do you like him? I don't really understand. There's a lot I don't understand about
Stanley
this.
went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any
Oh
way.
God, shut up. How do I advance the story? Go new content again? I don't think I can walk in here. Can I walk in here? I mean, I don't want to just repeat the same and the same.
When Stanley came to a set of
Oh,
two
damn
open
it.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he entered the
This
right.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Stanley wanted to try every door in order to find his coworker Chris.
Wow, yes, this room.
Give me a cold
What
drink.
a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. But
Wonderful.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did he now? Can you control me? That's this way. No, he did not. He went right ahead. Did we go this way before, guys? We did, didn't we? Did we? I think we did. The thing is, if I go through it, they're going to shut the door behind me.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Did we go on this one? I can remember nothing all of a sudden. I don't know why. Did we try this one? Maybe we did. I think we did.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yes.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
What do you mean left? There are so many doors. Oh, over there? Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
They're playing with me now.
No.
God
not
damn it.
right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a
Oh
minute,
God, we're
please?
lost.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
You sure about that? Oh, there's a car. Can I leave? I really want to leave. Hello, car. I want to get in the car. I can't. Let's go in the creepy basement again. Oh, we're back here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
What?
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Oh, dear God, no.
Suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
At this point,
Stanley decided
I
to
don't
go to
care
the
what it
meeting.
means.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't care what it means. I don't care where they are.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
What?
No.
Oh, no.
I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
Oh, God, no.
Or did something change? Stanley,
Yes?
did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, this is too many choices. We come from here. What's here? Oh, no! So many choices. I'm going this way. Oh, dear God. Oh, this is confusing. Hello? Oh, no!
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise
Shut up!
you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No!
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No! Oh, God. Restart.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
All right. Chris, where you at? Chris, he's in the broom closet and he cannot get out. Chris?
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, dear God. Ew! Oh, no. Really?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We
I
both
won.
know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No, don't restart me.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line, How simple is that?
Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do as he says, because he's about to have a mental breakdown, okay? We're gonna follow the line and hope we don't die.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought.
What is destiny?
Wherever
My
we
death?
end up be our destination, even if there's no story there. Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yay! Oh wait, I turned music off in the game. Oh dear God, I don't like the doors closing behind me, please. Financial records, okay. Have a look at that, see what's hiding, what secrets are there.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
What fern? This one?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Really?
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
There's a green leaf, and there's a green leaf, there's a green leaf, and there's a green leaf, and it's in a white pot with a black line, and it's big, and it has green leaves. Thank you.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right?
Yes.
The story is... Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, God! No!
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yay! Exciting! Exciting!
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Yes!
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it
That's
could be
right.
anything.
I like this.
What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
Okay,
Use your
this is
imagination.
making me crazy.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Really? I don't think I'm ready.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, don't follow the line. Don't follow the line. Don't acknowledge it. Oh, two
a
doors.
choice. We get to make a decision.
Yes, we
From
do.
Here, the story is in our control.
Oh.
How important we mustn't squander
How
the
awfully
opportunity.
exciting.
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in
You're a
turn
very boring
means
person,
that our
you know that?
destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
God.
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
You
Another
sure about
victory
that?
for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Thank you.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game.
Oh, thank God for that.
I won't do it. I won't do it.
We don't want to restart.
And the time stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Oh God, no, nothing come for us.
So-
Please, nothing come for us.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
I
I'm
mean,
not quite sure if we're
am
the
I gonna
destination
die?
or the journey. Though they're always saying that life
Can
is
I open
about
a door?
the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Ah! That scared me. Hello, Mr.
All
Narrator?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Have I missed a memo? Let's go look at the memos. Okay? I've missed a memo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I have missed a memo.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I hate my boss.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
That's right.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some
Oh,
calming
God.
New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Come on, Stanley. Go on. Please. Go on. I don't care about no
Stanley
missing
walked straight ahead through the large door
co-workers.
that read Mind Control Facility.
Am I still gonna die if I go there? Yes, I am. Still gonna die. We're not really moving ahead, are we?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Oh
screens.
God, I'm gonna fall
What
asleep.
horrible secret did this place hold?
There are no
Stanley
horrible
Did he have
secrets.
the strength to find out?
If there is one, I don't care about the horrible secret. I just want to go to sleep. I'm tired. Okay? I'm really tired. For real, I'm
Now
really
the
sleepy.
monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
How many
And
times have you
Stanley,
told me that?
one of them,
7 or 8 times now?
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah. I don't care about freedom anymore. Just give me a warm bed. I want to sleep.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
It
Had
is true.
Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this
Probably.
the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh dear God.
No.
Yeah.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was
Come
it
on,
even
Stanley.
possible?
Wake up.
Had he truly
Come on.
spent his entire life
Let's get out of this
utterly
building.
blind to the world?
Let's find our co-workers and free all of them.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Can I
and
press
as the cold
something?
reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Can I press
For
something?
he would dismantle the
There's a
control
big red button. I wanna
once
press it.
and for all.
I can't press anything. Not any of that. What happens if I press these numbers now? Am I gonna die then? I mean, I don't want to die again. Okay, no. Let's just follow what we're supposed to do. Turn it off.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I feel like I have to turn it on and then I have to press a code or something. But
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
yes. We've done this ending 3 times.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How
Yes,
had he
I wanna
been
know
freed
that.
from
I
the
don't want to
machine's
leave.
grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this
God,
mattered to
this
him.
is the 3rd or
For it
4th
was
time
not
we've done
knowledge
this
or even
ending.
power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Guys, I feel like what you need to do is you have to turn the power on actually, and then you have to get out of that room before the bomb goes off. I think that's the way forward.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling
But-
of liberation, the immense
close
possibility
to-
of the new path before him. This was
10
exactly
p.m.
the way,
here. I've
right
been
now,
playing for
the
a long
things were
time,
meant to happen,
and I think that's it
and Stanley
for now.
was happy.
We're gonna leave it here because Stanley is happy, and I like that ending. Stanley is happy. Okay. Good man, Stanley.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something?
I don't
He
think
hoped
so.
it was. He hoped very much that it was.
It's not a sign of anything, Stanley. Okay, take it easy, man. You get excited very easily. It's not a sign of anything. Okay?
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you. You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable
Have
and
you?
about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh! The Stanley Parable 2. I was going to
You
sleep.
see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think
Yes.
of all the new territory we'll cover with a
Wonderful.
fully-fledged sequel. An entirely
Soda
new
machine.
experience.
Give me
built
a
from the
soda!
ground up.
Give me a soda!
Possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Is it really? Truly? What's this say?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2
Just the two of
is
us.
just
We
so
can make
much
it if we
catchier
try.
than
Just
Ultra Deluxe,
the
don't you
two
think?
of us.
Ultra Deluxe.
We can
What
make
does
it if
even
we
mean?
try. You know that
but
one?
the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term
Beautiful.
franchising potential.
It's beautiful, my darling. What's this? More TSP, better TSP. Win-win. Bunch of nerds. Hello? Oh, I was gonna shut it down, but now this is kind of new, so now I'm kind of intrigued again. I was going to bed.
Now, to be clear,
Oh,
I
a nice
haven't quite
hallway.
nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Soda!
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Show floor. I guess we're going to the show floor. New features. New content. Ah. Is it upstairs? Oh, wonderful. That's
Here we are.
beautiful.
Try out some of the new features.
Ah. It's so big, I don't know where to go. So much stuff to do. The jumping circle, we've done that. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Ew, I want to do that. Where is it? In this room? Oh, up there.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So
Ew!
with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks
Yay!
the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, it's exciting. Let me press it.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
That's not
But
my
of
name,
course,
though.
In the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that
Ew.
is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience
Ew.
of this feature.
Okay.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as
I'm
Jim,
Jim.
and as
I'm
Jim,
now Jim.
watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply?
Yes.
Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I am Jim.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Wait a minute. I am Jim.
Jim.
Yes!
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim.
Yes!
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the
Woo!
only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Great. Okay, do I go downstairs again? Oh, that was an excellent button. I like that. I like that a lot. Now we're going to the infinity hole.
I suppose I could
Infinite
allow
hole.
only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Shouldn't we just go up here first? See what's up here?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the
Can I
gentle
hold it?
embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less
Let me hold it.
uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Please!
Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Please!
Give it a try.
Oh! Oh!
Can you feel it? The glow of
Not
comfort,
really.
even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
I'm
And
just
in
the
fact,
same person
can I
as
say that
before,
I do
only
believe
now
the
I'm
bucket
holding a
lends you
bucket.
an air of charisma as well. I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Really?
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Do I keep the bucket? I'm not putting it back, I'm keeping it. It makes me look more attractive, that's what he said. A bucket makes me look more attractive.
Does anyone
How
give out
ugly am
awards
I?
for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Oh, collectibles. Is that Stanley? Exit? What's this? Easy achievement, get it here. Ew! I mean... Oh god, I don't like there's somebody else in the building. I don't like it. What's new? Expo Hall Guide. Q, new achievement, free achievement. Oh, do I have to go to him and press Q? I'm sorry, I've never played this before. I don't know what to do. Let's try that. I don't think so, though. No. Absolutely not. Because Q is the place where on the map. Q right there. I'm here. Huh. Exit is over there. What's new? I want to go up there and see what's new. What's new? What's this way? What's in here? Oh!
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
Yes!
In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Let me go grab it. Can I? Can I collect it? Just move forward? I guess. Catch it in my bucket. Hi, Stanley! Oh, nice! So I win absolutely nothing? Great.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Have we been down here? No, we have not. What's in there? Oh. I don't want to go there. Maybe they're going to close the door. No, we have to take a look.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday. Step-niece.
You know, sometimes when you solicit
It's not
another
even hard
person's
to
opinion,
decide.
it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Ah!
Get Well Someday it is.
No! I don't like you. Get well someday.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Shut up. Shut up. Asking me for advice. Doing the opposite. Where was the exit? I want to leave. Get me out of here. How do I get to the exit? The exit is blocked. No, it's not. Just go here. See, it's not blocked. Go up here. Is this the exit? Get me out
All
of
right.
here.
Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
Yes. Shut up. Oh. Okay. Oh.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one
I don't know,
single
man.
coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul.
The
It's
ferns!
going to
More
work.
ferns!
There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Let me go check that out. See if I approve of it. Might be rubbish.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right?
Well,
It's
give me a second.
Sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Okay, do a different one.
Okay, yes. Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
No.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
That's a
And I
mess.
do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Okay.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could.
Oh God,
But it
you
would need
talk
a
so
really
much. Give me a headache.
tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Really?
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take
You couldn't give me a soda from the soda machine? Oh. Let's play that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number...
Hello? Get well
All of
soon.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Look, we have the
Stanley
balloons
decided
now.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go! There's the bucket. Let's take the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
The bucket makes me look prettier. That's what they said.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I'm not clutching it to my chest, as you can see. But I'm holding it, if that counts. Hello,
Still
co-workers!
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Yes.
Perhaps his boss's office
Oh.
was where he'd find answers.
Chris? Chris!
Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now.
Should I put down
It's
the
a
bucket?
It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies.
I can't put it down.
Don't give in.
No,
Don't
no.
hand over the bucket.
No.
I know how hard it must be. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
Oh my
office.
God, I was going to put the bucket down. Good thing I didn't do that. Boss, I'm home.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any.
I mean, I can't be stunned after having been here
Crushed by the
30
weight of this
times.
revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire
Oh,
if
God.
not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his
Thank God I
darkest
have
of
my
hours,
bucket.
did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The
Oh
bucket.
God, don't make me carry the
and he
bucket.
knew it.
Always.
The two of them were inseparable.
Oh God, no.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's
Yes,
desk.
he did.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
I did remember
But
that.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay, we're moving ahead and we have a bucket. Hi, Stanley.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all
Oh,
of these.
yay, no
Only the
reward.
intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I love getting no reward. Wonderful. Do we always have to go down? I guess. It's my bedtime, you know that? I have to go to bed.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be
Plummeting?
all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Thank God I have my
Soothing
bucket.
him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he
Dear
would
God.
be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will
Oh,
be
Stanley. We're gonna be okay. It's alright, Stanley. You have your bucket.
fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, mind control facility.
I kind of gonna want to go this way, but I feel like we're just gonna die immediately. Right? We're just gonna die. So what's the point?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
I can't
screens.
go through that
What
again.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I can't. I should have went with escape. I should have escaped, honestly.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
No, don't drop the
Everyone
bucket.
in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Really?
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
The bucket is about to cry, and so am I. I'm devastated. I keep coming back to the same ending over and over and over.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Oh my god, I'm gonna sleep so well tonight because this is making me so sleepy. Me and my bucket.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Oh. Does that mean we can't trust the narrator as well?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking,
Let me just
eating,
check these
working,
numbers.
all of it monitored
5?
and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
2.
For he
1.
and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
What's up there? Can I go up there? I'm so messed up, I don't know. I can barely see. I can't go up there, right? Is that where I came from? Now I can't see anything. I mean, I feel like if I just turn it off again, it's just gonna say once more, you win. Well done. That's the end. Okay, I don't know, guys. And I'm kind of sleepy, so... Oh, wait a minute. Getting lost now. I can't see! We haven't tried this with the bucket, though. But I don't know what difference that makes. Hello?
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I want to see what happens if I turn... I want to see what happens if I turn on the power. You can wait. You're not in a hurry. You can wait. I could cut this out, but I feel like it's good for us to have these little breaks as well. You can go make coffee, pee. I'll be right here. Facility power room. The final room of the main game comes when he's done everything the narrator wanted him to do. Large TV screen. We've had the countdown ending. Skip ending button. Huh. Am I taking too long? Okay, I spent a lot of time reading and it got me nowhere. Let's try to turn it on. And I have to tell you, after that, I don't know what happens and I won't know what to do. I just feel like we've done the off button many times. Let's try on.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
And now
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh,
Birds.
nice!
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Silly birds. Okay, which one do we choose? Wait a minute. We have to pick a bird. I kind of prefer this one. Oh, flamingos! Whoa!
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him.
They're not
This wasn't
silly.
a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring
I love
and
penguins.
surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Oh,
The
look!
mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley
Oh.
marveled at the metal genius in his hand.
That's
The one
nice.
who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place.
Nice
Living
birds.
through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
Oh,
And Stanley was happy.
Stanley is happy. Oh, look! I'm gonna end it here, guys. Just wanted to try this game. I think this was a happy ending. There were birds. We were happy. Excellent. It's a very interesting game, actually. And I bet there are a lot more endings. I just feel like stopping here because I played for a long time and quite honestly, bedtime here. Can hardly keep my eyes open. Good night.